can't recommend. 0 out of 10. Does not pass the taste test. This is Rock and Roll Gold lube. Okay, I would not recommend drinking it. Call an ambulance. It looks like melted butter, but it does not taste like melted butter at all. Which is disappointing. Chain lube is a lot like mayonnaise, in the sense that if you don't put mayonnaise on a sandwich, it can be kind of dry and you wouldn't want to eat it. And if you don't put chain lube on your chain, it would be really dry and I wouldn't want to eat it. So let's talk about the difference between dry and wet lubes, shall we? This is a dry lube. That means it'll go on wet, but after time it'll kind of dry out and it won't feel wet to the touch when you touch your chain. It'll just sort of leave a very lubricated film. And this helps keep dry like dust and stuff from sticking to your chain, unlike a wet lube, which goes on wet, stays wet, and has a bad habit of picking up a whole bunch of debris. Except wet lubes don't wash off as easy as dry lubes. So if you have to ride in the rain or ride through creeks, you know, it's a good idea to use wet lube over dry lube. But if you live somewhere dry and you're not constantly crossing creeks, you should probably use dry lube. Here, I'll give you an example. So if you live here, if you ride here, wet lube. If you live here, dry lube. But if you live here, you might want to use wet lube. And if you live here, you'll definitely want a dry lube. And if you live here, I have some questions. But you should still be using a dry lube. Anyway, you know, I decided that maybe I should talk to a professional about this. So, you know, I headed down to my local bike shop and I decided to ask some of the techs there what they thought about chain lube. So I'm going to end that segment. Alrighty, I'm here at the bike shop. We're going to go see what the industry professionals think about chain lube. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, welcome here.
So I got a question. What do you think about chain lube?
What do you mean?
Like the lube you put on, like a drivetrain, like the lube you put on drivetrains.
Me, you need it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. Well, that settles it. You heard it from the industry professional at the bike shop. You do need a chain lubricant. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Wet lube for wet conditions, dry lube for dry conditions. In general, treat your chain how you would treat your significant other. Don't spray them with WD-40. And thank you for watching.